Hey friends, welcome back to Busy Girl Budgets. My name is Mallory and I live in New Mexico with my husband and our two dogs. On this channel, we utilize the cash stuffing method. And today we're going to be doing a cash stuffing of my husband's full-time income and my part-time income. So if you're interested in all things money or savings related, then please stick around. Well, hey everybody, welcome back again. Today we're going to be doing another cash stuffing, and by the time you guys see this, our trip to Hawaii will be halfway over already. So I know I've been talking about it on this channel for a while, so we are really looking forward to it, and we're going to be adding a big amount to that envelope today. So the amount that we're going to be stuffing today is 1,550. And as you can see, I'm going to be using placeholders for some of that because this is for our anniversary trip and I am not going to be carrying that amount of cash on my person the whole time. So it is staying in the bank, but I wanted to show you guys where the money was going just for the purpose of this video. So I will just be using placeholders, but yes, the amount that we had to work with after our bills for the next 2 weeks is the 1,550. So let's get right into that and we will count our money. And we'll use the placeholders too. So I have $1,000 placeholder. This is from Modern Budgeter. I do have it linked in my description and I got it on Etsy. So there's 1,000. Then I've got 200, one of those being a placeholder. Then I have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 320. Then I have 10, 20, and 30. So 1,550, that is correct. That is the amount that we're going to be adding to our envelopes today. Okay, so right off the bat, usually I would stuff my wallet, but we have decided not to stuff my wallet this week because we are not going to be going grocery shopping before we go. We are not going out to eat. We have plenty of stuff for the next couple of days before we leave. We have already bought what we need for the trip, and I have plenty of other categories to pull from if I happen to need to go buy something else. So the only thing I'm going to be setting money aside for that I usually budget for in my wallet is my husband's fund money. And he's actually going to be getting 50 this week, which is 20 more than he usually gets. But he had sold some things on Mercari and that deposit hit our account. So he's getting the extra 20 from that. So I'm going to pull the 50 and set that to the side for him. All right. And let's get right into my high priority binder then. So a lot of this money is going to be going into my anniversary envelope, those placeholders that you guys saw. So I am really trying to stick to stuffing every envelope every week, even if it's just $5. So that's what you're going to see mostly in this video is just every envelope getting a little bit of something. I'm really trying to hold myself to that just so I can watch them build over time because that is so much. Like, that's what really initially drew me to cash stuffing was just seeing a little bit add up over time. So I'm really trying to stick to that. So in my high priority binder, we are adding my weekly minimum that I always add is $20. So we're going to add that. So it now has 500 in a high yield savings account, 6, 7, 720, and 740. And I do have my high yield savings account with Ally. I did sign up just recently. They had a referral special. So Taylor from a little of it all shared that. If you were new to Ally and signed up and you made the qualifying transfers, then at the end of the 3 months, I think it is, as long as you transferred money every month, then you get a $100 bonus. So I have mine set up and I should be done with that in the next, as far as getting the bonus, I think in November. So then I'll get that $100 bonus, which will be great. And then I'll just continue to add money to that high yield savings account. It has a way better return than just a normal savings account like at your credit union or at your bank. As long as you're not planning on withdrawing from it constantly, if it's a true savings account, then yeah, it's great. And they also have buckets, so you can categorize, kind of like digital envelopes, what the money is for. So I've been saying this for a while. I would really like to get some $100 placeholders. I have this one over here that I made like right when I first started cash stuffing, but I really want to get some more $100 placeholders because I'd rather have that money in the account. Every $100, just take it back to the bank. Okay, so my dog's emergency fund will also be getting its minimum $20 a week. So it has 20, 40, 60, and 80. All of my trackers have already been updated. Car repairs is going to get 15, which I don't have any 5s. So I know that I have a 5 in here. So I'm going to pull this 5 and I'm going to add a 20. So I should have 110. So you have 50, 70, 90, 100, 110. And that is correct. And you know what? I'm actually going to swap out one of these 20s for the 2 10s. So 50, 70, 90, 110. Yes. So since I a lot of times use the money from my cash unstuffing to then restuff my envelopes rather than going to the bank, I don't always have the correct denominations, which is why I almost never do a cash breakdown in my budget with me videos. A lot of times when I'm doing my cash stuffing, I just end up making change as I go, and it just works better for me so that I can avoid having to make trips to the bank constantly. Okay, Michigan is getting how much? 10. And that's my last place on my tracker. So next week I'm going to have to make a new tracker for this. So we have 10, 20, 25. And you know what? I'm going to do the same thing here and swap these 10s for a 20. So I kind of get to do a cash condensing as I go. So 25 in Michigan. All right, anniversary is getting $1,200. So I've got $1,000 placeholder, $100 placeholder, and then I have an actual $100 bill. So that's all going in here. So for right now, we have a total of 1,000, 500, 600, 700. So 1,700 in anniversary, and this is for all spending while we're in Hawaii. I have another check coming while we're in Hawaii that will also all be for spending money. Hawaii is not cheap. Like the gas is not cheap. The groceries are not cheap. We do have a condo for part of our trip, so we have a full kitchen. So I think what I'm going to do is go to Costco while we're there and just get a few quick, meals that they usually have like in their pre-made area, or just a couple things for breakfast. We really like the egg bites from Costco. So I might grab those just to eliminate not having to eat out every single meal and trying to be a little bit mindful of our spending while still having fun and enjoying ourselves. All right, next is going to be vacation, and this is getting 10. And this is for our trip to Mexico with my in-laws at the end of the year. So this has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, and I'm going to do the same thing here and swap for a 20. So again, it has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 in vacation. All right, next is going to be my Disney envelope. So I haven't been giving myself any fun money because all of my fun money I've just been adding to Disney. That's my fun money. That's what I, want to do with it. So that's where it's going. And this week it's going to get 50. So it has 50, 70, 90, 110, and 120. Oh, yep, I added this wrong over here actually. So let me fix that. Let me grab my white out just a second. Okay, let me fix this because I put 130, but it is 120. Okay, that's fixed. All right, so let me put this back in here. This is going to be in November, so not long after we come back from Hawaii. I am going to Disneyland, taking my niece, She is flying here from Michigan, so she's never been to California. It's going to be her first time, and we are going with some other friends of ours. So I'm really looking forward to it. It'll be fun. So everything else is already paid for. This is just our spending money. We're only going to be there for 2 days. And then we've got obviously a travel day on the way there, travel day on the way home. But the flight is a nonstop flight and it's like 2 hours. Not even. Like, so I'm not too worried about spending money on like our days of travel because it'll just kind of be like grabbing a bite to eat here and there. And of course, airport food is expensive, but we will not be spending nearly as much as we will on the days when we're actually at Disney on like merch and stuff, which I'm going to try to hold myself to a minimum every day because my main souvenir that I like to get from anywhere I go is the Starbucks mugs. And I already have the most current Starbucks mugs from Disneyland and California Adventure because my brother brought them home for me last time he went. So I don't need to buy those. I already have those. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to spend on. Obviously food. But I'm really also trying to hold myself to like not buy a bunch of new stuff for my outfits because I have this mentality that every time I go to Disney, I need to buy a new Loungefly and a matching outfit for that Loungefly. And Loungeflies are not cheap. And also, I don't have anywhere to put anymore. I already have like 6 or 7 Loungeflies. And the only time I use them is at Disney. Like, it would be different if I used them day to day, but I don't because they're very like loud and flashy. Like, they're not like subtle at all, which I love for Disney, but I don't love that for like my day-to-day use of a bag. So unless I see something that I like absolutely cannot live without, I'm really going to try to not go crazy with merch. So I know I'm going to buy a thing or two, but I'm going to try to keep it to a minimum. All right, so that is it for this binder, my high priority binder. Next is going to be my short-term sinking funds. And starting with my dogs, they are going to get 20 this week. I do need to go buy dog food before we leave. So I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and 120. Oh, one thing I am going to mention about Disney before I keep going is that if you are going to Disney and you have the Target Red Card, this is what I always do. I go to Target and I buy a Disney gift card. And it saves me a little bit of money because you automatically get 5% off with the Target Red Card. And I just have the debit card, so it's linked to my bank account. I don't have the credit card. So it saves you, for every $100 you spend, it saves you $5. So I usually go and at least spend a couple $100. So it's hard to save money at Disney, honestly. Everything just costs what it costs. So if you can save even 10, 15 bucks, on your gift cards, then that's awesome. I think Sam's Club also has, like, if you buy $500, it's like you get some money off. But as far as I know, I think Target is the best deal for that. If you are an avid Disney goer and you have another tip that you would love to share, then please put it in the comments below because I am always grateful to learn some more money saving hacks for Disney. All right, household is going to get 10. So it now has 20. And actually, I'm going to swap that for a 20. Okay, next is going to be Costco, and that's going to get 20. I won't be pulling from this for Costco in Hawaii. That'll come from our anniversary envelopes. So I have 20 and 40. All right. Beauty is going to get 10. This is exclusively for haircuts or hair color. I'm going to do the same thing here and swap these 10s for 20. All right, toiletries is going to get 5. So I'm actually going to pull this 5 and put a 10. There's 10 in there. Self-care is going to get 5 as well. And I'll grab, let's see, how many 10s do I have? I think I'm good on 10s. So in self-care, I have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay. And then lastly in this binder is going to be health, and that is going to get 30 today. So health now has 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And you know what? I am going to trade these out. At least one. For 20. So I should have 100. Let me count that again. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. Okay. All right. And that is correct. Okay, so the last binder we're going to be stuffing is my low priority binder, but everything in here is going to be getting some money this week, which we love to see. All right, coffee is going to get 10. So it has 15. And this we don't use like for daily coffee runs. We make all of our drinks at home, but we do buy beans locally. We buy tea locally, so we can make all that stuff at home. So that's what that is for. Entertainment is going to be getting 15. So it now has 10, 20, 25. Clothing will be getting 10. Pretty much everything in here is getting 10. So it now has 10, 20, 30, 40, 45 in clothing. Shopping will also be getting 10. So it now has 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. Gifts will be getting 10 as well. Oops. So it now has 20. Hobbies will be getting 10. So it now has 20, 30, and 40. That's awesome. So this is mainly for my husband. He likes Pokemon, and so all of his fun money pretty much goes towards Pokemon stuff. And then I have this hobbies envelope for him also, for if there's like a special release of something and he doesn't have enough fun money left, then I pull from this. And then lastly, this last 10 is going to go in my little savings challenge that I'm working on, which is from Taylor at A Little of It All. And I think I might have accidentally erased one of these. We'll count in a minute. So we're going to add 10. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I should have this whole first row done. So I think part of it got erased here. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yep. Cool. So the first 50 is done. Awesome. And we're just like slowly chipping away at this. Not urgently or anything, just a little something. And I'm not sure what I'll do with this money, depending on, doesn't want to go in here, depending on where my emergency fund is at the moment. Whenever I finish this, if I need to put some of it there, or my dog's emergency fund, because I do really want to get those funded at $1,000 minimum. So that's what I'm going to be working on. All right. Well, my friends, that wraps up today's cash stuffing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you're not already subscribed and you enjoyed watching, please don't forget to do that. Also, give this video a thumbs up to let others know that this was a good video and they should watch it. I would really appreciate it. And then if you did make it all the way to the end of this video, leave me a green heart emoji in the comments. That wraps it up for today. Again, I thank you guys all so much for watching and supporting my channel. I really, really appreciate you all. And we will catch you guys in our next video. Bye.